Okay, we're gonna work on my new project and then we'll get into the story. Okay, I got myself a little birthday present, so let's start removing this. Okay, there is 3 Phillips. One of them was missing, and they're just on the back here. There's a little indentation. You can't miss them. Right there. So getting the last one out. Okay, so got the little horn switch thing off. I got a short hub from it was a little greasy, NRG. If you can see it, and a 21 millimeter socket on there. You don't want to take it off all the way. Okay, lost the camera there. You just beat on it a little bit, and it comes off. So let's remove the rest of the way. I know what you're thinking probably. Why am I doing this to a car that doesn't run? And the answer is, I don't know. Maybe motivation or something like that. I have a lot of clips of this car and not a lot of progress. And I just want to gauge interest and see if anybody wants to see me complete this project. So basically, the name of my channel, FcDominick, stands for Fc Rx7s. So that was kind of my thing back in the day. And I just want another FC. And I have no idea exactly how I want to build this car. I had a couple different ideas. So if you want to see anything about this car or have any ideas, my first plan was to build it. The motor's hurt, so it doesn't run. I got it running. You'll see that in later clips. But I'm thinking about putting a 1J in it. I thought about potentially rebuilding the rotary that's in it because it does run. It's just got a hurt coolant seal. So the plans are up in the air. Okay, so I'm back about a week later. This short hub's not gonna work the way the horn hooks up. It's just too narrow in there. So I'm gonna try and sell that on eBay. And I got a Momo adapter that spaces it. And for this RX7, it is the 5705. Before I could put my hand between the turn signal switch and the wheel, when you go to turn, it works. And now, the adapter came with actual real bolts. I just got a couple more bolts to put in and then torque it down. So like I said before, there's no real purpose to doing this at the moment. I just want it to feel like my car. Give me some motivation maybe to work on it. I want to do something with it. I did an LS one. I'm thinking about putting another LS in this one. It'd be the cheapest and easiest route for me. I could probably get it done in a couple of weeks. I really would like to do a 1J. That would be sick. That is like my ultimate dream for this car. I don't know if it's possible. It's a little expensive anymore. Originally when I bought the car, I was just hoping that the motor would run, and it did, and I drove it around the block a few times, but it would not restart. The motor's hurt, it needs coolant seals, it floods up. And then it sat over winter, and I tried starting it, and it wouldn't start again. If you can see, it's snowing right now, so it's winter again, and it hasn't ran in about a year. I got to run for about 30 seconds, so if that counts as running, I'm not going to count it as running. But I thought about rebuilding the motor, but at the end of the day, for the cost, it's still going to be a 160 horsepower motor. So no real power and really expensive. Really expensive, decent power, super reliable. 1JZ, super cheap, super reliable. car doesn't drive as well, unless I can find maybe an aluminum block 5.3. I think if I did an LS, that'd be the only way I did a 5.3 again. Or no, just any LS, it would have to be a aluminum block, maybe find an LS1 block. I don't want to do another iron block. It just drives heavy in the front. I mean, it's not bad, but, you know. Okay, so just wrapping up. Car's blue, interior's blue, got the blue stitching, and that's a done project. Just feels good, reminds me of the same wheel I had on my other car. And now I'm just slightly more motivated. So if you want to see this project, subscribe, comment, tell me about it. I'm gonna roll the clips I have of this car from the past year or so that I've owned it. And yeah.
Start?
I don't know. What do we find underneath one steering wheel cover? Another steering wheel cover. And a steering wheel that's fine. She's smoking like an old hooker in a bingo hall. I hope that fucking clears up. Weird features from the 90s. Well, I'm fucking seatbelted in now. Good thing the AC works a little bit. Not so good, but works a little bit. I don't want to get out. I had some video of this thing before, but it's been sitting even before I got it. So these tires are all dry rotted. I just got plates for it. So I want to drive it, even though the motors hurt a little bit. So we got some wheels. I think we got a pretty good deal on these. Tires are stretched. Some Stancy Boy things, but the tires are from this century, so they'll be a lot better. So we're gonna try and toss these on this ugly bastard. Just brought this thing home for winter. God, I love RX-7s. I'm bringing this shit back. Love it. It's winter right now, wishing everything would warm up so I can start kicking stuff out of the shop. This could sit outside in the summer. I'll feel bad about it in the winter. I just need room to work in here. This is for another project coming up. But I located a Turbo 2 hood for that FC build. It's got some damage. I'll be able to fix it though. I just got to get this front edge to where it needs to be. There is a crease in it somewhere right here. The scoop has a dent in it. The only problem, this is aluminum and I can't pull it. I was able to locate another insert, which was hard to locate about 10 years ago. So I'm pretty excited on that. And then it's just got really bad paint. So I just got to get this smooth and ready for paint because I think I'm going to paint the entire car. Okay, I've been working on this all week. 20 minutes here, hour here. Right now I probably have total 3 hours into this, but if I showed it before, this was all gouged up and dinged in pretty bad. And then there was a crease here. This is all dented in. I'm still working on that. There was a dent here, like a crease. I have a new scoop insert up there. It's really low right here, so I have to build it up. But first, this thing is pretty straight, and I didn't even work it that hard. I tapped out what I could. I did some fiberglass filler. It's really hard to work with, it's aluminum. It's super thin. So I fiberglass filled it, bonded it, did a couple coats, and all I did is I ran it over with the palm sander. And I have a pretty good feel for it, and it's pretty close. And I just primered it. There's a dinger here and dinger there. But it looks like a big area, but I feathered it all out. And I'd like to get some guide coat and block it out here. This is some in a can sandable primer. I like to block it out and see how it is. But by feel and look, it looks spot on. When you put it in primer, you could see sometimes right away if you have a dent, can't see anything. Up here, this is like super, before I put the fiber on there, it's super flimsy. So what I tried doing was taking a torch, heating it up. I had the metal in place, so where I needed it to, it was really super springy. And then I tried cooling it really fast with cold water. I've had really good luck with that on warped panels on steel. Never tried it on aluminum. Didn't work in this application. It might work in another application. It's not super dented. It looks like there's a lot, but it's maybe like 1/8 of an inch here. And this is, I did one coat here up the center. It's sort of low there. You could feel it. And what I'm going to do is better. I'd like to put a lot. And then I did my second coat. I feathered it. And then I did my second coat. I filled the pinholes because there's always going to be pinholes. And there was a couple like pieces I missed. I just went really wide. This was drying, but I had something to do. So I'm going to feather this out, get it pretty close. And then I'm going to get the Bondo. That's a little bit easier to work with. And see where it's going to go there. But it's coming along. Let me... So that's in there. And it's just ever so slightly low here. And everything's fitting up pretty good. There's just some imperfections, and there's a little divot in the plastic here. I could fix that. I'm not super worried about it. Let me see. But I could probably just feather that out with the palm sander. I think it's just a buildup of shit. But we'll leave that up there in a safe place. And then another painting project. But I just taped the window off. This is going to be a sleeper door for my truck. This is just Rust-Oleum semi-white or semi-gloss white. That seems to match the truck pretty good. Old single stage shit paint. Just did a second coat on that. But we should hopefully be able to get this on the Rx7 pretty soon. I'd like to work it out, get it all in primer, set it on the car so it's not in my way. And then when the whole car is ready to get painted, it'll be ready. Because the whole car is going to have to get painted. Maybe I'll find out the color I'm going to do. Just paint this quick too, and then paint the whole car in the, within the next couple months is the plan. When I get time to do that, I have somebody locally that might do it for me. It gave me a good number on it, but I'd feel better doing it myself. But I'm super happy with that.